Greetings, beautiful people. So, I'm at work and coming outside for me a little break, but I just had a moment that I kind of wanted to share with you guys. So I'm not even sure what made me start talking about it. Probably the fact that I'm tender-headed, and I'm pretty sure if you guys know me, you know that I used to have locks. And then those went away. I combed them out. And then I went through some other stuff and did some other stuff and some other stuff. Anywho, we are here today where my hair is growing. Well, that didn't really do no damn good, but my hair is growing out, but I can feel it. It's like I can feel my scalp actually pushing out the hairs. And it feels crazy because it feels like I just got me some braids or something, like I'm rocking some cornrows. Or I just went and got me some micros about 4 or 5 days ago, and that feeling of your scalp constantly being pulled, right? So I was talking to one of the ladies that I work with, and she was telling me about all these different oils and things to go and put on my scalp to stimulate my scalp. And then I was like, I remember getting like damn near beat up as a kid, as a young girl, for moving when I was getting my hair combed. Or I remember this one time getting burned by the curling iron, plenty of times getting burned by the curling iron by, you know, my mama or my sister or even homegirls, you know, friends. We doing each other's hair, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been tender-headed, so I was always like, bump that. No, I'm good. I don't need nobody to do my hair. We good. I don't care if it's nappy. I'm fine, because I'm tender-headed as hell. So I began to ask different people around the office, do you ever remember getting burned by a curling iron? And everybody, the black ladies, our Nubian goddesses, everybody was like, yeah, I remember this and this and that. And so then I turned to a Spanish chick. Do you remember getting burned by the curling iron by accident? No. What about you, white girl? Do you ever remember your mom or anybody accidentally burning you with a curling iron when you were little? No? Let's go talk about the scalp being burned from chemicals like perms. Spanish girl, do you ever recall going through chemical burns as a child? No? What about you, white girl? Do you ever recall being chemically burned when you were a girl? Not even some self-inflicted shit that you went through as an adult, but as a girl. Now, because Kizzy is roots deep, my question is how does that psychologically affect us? That we have to go through such a level of torment, even as young girls, just to be pretty. I mean, I dig the pretty hurts, but not just the physical pain that's associated with, but the anguish, the torment to your soul. Like, to mentally have to undergo torture, in a lot of cases, just to go to church. Like, you can't even go and be in the presence of God without having to be tortured first. What does that do to the subconscious? What does that do to our thoughts? What does that do to our mind? How does that shape us? How does that shape our esteem? When other people ain't even having to battle that, they could just wake up and fucking be pretty, put on a ponytail holder and go, we're good. We don't even have to look in the mirror. No, we're good. Let's just go. Just like this. How many of these black Nubian goddesses have been told that their hair is nappy? Come here so you can be made to look like something. And I don't even want to look at this as just another reason to be upset. And I don't bring forth these types of things just so that people can hurt behind it, or so that their feelings will be hurt, or to make them angry or anything like that. But this is like the reality of, you know, maybe a great portion of the puzzle. Like, a lot of stuff. So, the moral of the story is begin to undo that conditioning. Wear your hair however the fuck you want to. Like, if you want to go and get your hair perm, do it. If you want to wear a weave, do that too. But I am gonna be in this natural state, and I'm gonna, every time I feel my hair growing out, like pushing itself out of my scalp, that is the craziest shit ever. Like, to feel it growing, I swear to you, it's crazy. But I'm just gonna take that as an opportunity to remind myself of how lovely I am just because God made me. Like, no level of approval from anyone else or anything, especially as it relates to my hair, my connection. All right. So what started off as being something that's uncomfortable, me saying I don't like being uncomfortable, I don't like uncomfortable feelings, and this hair growing foolishness, not hair growing foolishness, but the fact that I can feel it like growing out of my scalp, this constant pulling, I will allow that to serve as a reminder to help me undo all of those other times that I can't even remember. I can't even remember every time that I've been burnt with a curling iron, or every time I've been like trying to get to the sink to rinse this shit out my hair, or every time I've, done this or done that, or like, we do all kinds of things. Yeah. You're pretty. You're beautiful just as you are. Even when you wake up in the morning, crust in your eyes. Just because you are. Let's begin to undo some of that conditioning. Just by showing ourselves little acts of love. Just telling yourself you love you. And understanding that you are deserving of love just because God made you. Have a good day, beauties.